welcome back to another video. I'm Bree.
I'm Brooke.
And we are the Weekly Dose Podcast. I'm so excited to be doing this Snow Day edition podcast. It's going to be a little special.
I'm so excited. It's snowing.
This is going to be a little special release for today. And we're filming it today and we're releasing it today.
Hold on, because we have a topic that we're gonna be discussing today. However, the release won't be until Friday.
I know.
Okay.
So I figured it would be a cool idea to release an episode today, and then
I think it was my idea, but
it was your idea, but I went along with it.
Hold on, no, she came over to my house. She plowed through the snowy streets and made it to my house, and she was like, I brought my laptop. You want to film?
Yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, I mean, like, that's a good idea. And then, so we were thinking, like, filming for next week.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, wait, let's release it today.
Yeah.
So this is real-time filming. And so we'll be able to release this today.
Yeah. So hey, everybody.
Put all of your snow pictures in the comments so we can see them.
We want to see all the snowman pictures, the driveway pictures, all
Just
the pictures.
All the snow.
Especially if
how many inches did you get?
If you have any animals, please post a picture of them in the snow,
definitely.
because those are my favorite pictures.
Or looking
to
at the
see.
snow.
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm gonna post a picture of Cookie looking out the window. That was her favorite thing to do all night long as it was snowing.
Girl, it didn't snow all night long.
Well, from when we first woke up, it was like 5:30, 5:40, and she was standing out the window just.
That's probably whenever it started, because I got up at 3 this morning, and it was just like there's a little bit of ice.
Yeah. I just made eye contact.
I was so upset. I was like, I'm a little pissed off because they're telling me I'm getting 6 inches tonight, and I got nothing. Yeah.
No inches for you.
Welcome to my life. Just kidding.
Oh gosh.
7's good.
Shut up. Oh my gosh. What are we going to do with her? Yeah, so in our video for this coming Friday at 6 p.m. Central Time, you could tune in, and we kind of have a debate going, or like, we go over this session of what's going on with this weather. This was filmed prior to our knowledge of finding out that we were actually going to have snow or any type of winter. And we go back and forth talking about, like, why aren't we having winters anymore and stuff like that. But today, look at us, snowed in. Who would have thought? Yeah. Within a week's time.
Who would have thunk?
I'm
so excited for the snow. It's so beautiful. Like, I don't know. It snowed here before, but, like, and I know that, like, I don't know, it's like 18 something. It snowed like 30 inches or something.
Yeah.
But, like, for it to actually be, like, blizzard snowing, like, big wind gusts, heavy snow, like, not icy. It's not icy. And I think that's the biggest.
Straight up snow.
Yeah, that's the biggest change this year is, like, or this snowfall is, like, it's not icy.
Yeah.
Normally we have, like, giant icicles. None of that. Not yet. But.
Not yet. I'm just excited for the snow, period. It is so beautiful. It's a beautiful time of the year. This is what I wanted our winter to look like, and
That's what I want my winter to look like every year, but
yeah, I'm just excited that I'm here to be able to go through it and be here to film with you, especially on this cozy. It's so cozy in the apartment. Like, I had to bump it
down. I had to bump it down. I was like, God, like a toaster in here.
Yeah, I think I put my house at 70 before I left.
Yeah, that's what I've had it on all morning. Like, immediately thawed my dinner.
I know whenever I came over, I was so cold. Like, my feet were frozen. She gave me an extra pair of socks.
She was shivering.
I was like, it's so cold. And I was like trugging through the snow to get through here.
Yeah.
Like we shoveled the driveway so we could see, because we couldn't see where the ends of our driveway was.
Yeah.
And we were like, well, Lewis was like, let's go ahead and just shovel the whole
Oh
thing
my god, he's so
while the
extra.
truck was warming up. So at least the truck was warm when I
It's
got
so
in.
fluffy. You didn't need to do that. He has a leaf blower.
There was people on our street like blowing off the top of their house with a leaf blower. Like, yeah.
That's something Lewis would do.
Right.
Yeah.
Luckily, we did not have to do that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so today we're just going to talk about a few little topics. We're not going to get too deep, but, you know, it's not that deep anytime we talk. I'm just kidding. Who am I?
Just did a total side eye.
Alrighty, so you mentioned dinner. I want to talk about some food trauma we've gotten. We had a little conversation the other night about this, because we didn't realize how bad our trauma was until the other night.
Well,
I mean, we knew how bad our trauma was, but we didn't realize how much we have of the same trauma.
yeah,
like the
we've recently
same
been like
things.
talking about like. Sorry, I keep cutting you.
No, it's okay.
We've recently been talking about like just different traumas that are like triggers to us or things like that. So, and then food was one of them. I'm gonna need you to start so that I know what direction you're going.
I'm gonna do my biggest one: baked chicken legs in barbecue sauce.
Oh,
I can't do it. I can't do it for the love of even if that was the last meal on earth.
Brotsworth sausage boiled.
No,
I can't do it.
no, thank you. Oh no. Chicken and rice.
Chicken.
I
and
mean,
rice.
not chicken and rice. Sausage and rice.
Both.
Sausage and potatoes.
Sausage and potatoes covered in cheese, covered in ketchup.
I can't do
like
it.
I get these were like super cheap meals that you could feed us. Like it was just easy to feed.
For the
and
longest
cook.
time, I couldn't do cereal.
Me neither. I still can't do cereal.
Sometimes I can't do sandwiches.
Unless I still can't eat a sandwich. I can't even eat Subway.
It has to be like a bolillo. Like
No, I can't.
I have to do like gourmet sandwiches to enjoy a sandwich.
I'll eat like a BLT.
Yeah,
but that's something different. Like
it's an elevated.
Like I get they were just easy to cook and just throw together. But like now, like I guess I don't know if we just ate them so much. It just
I think that's what it was. Like, dude, the worst one for me is the baked chicken legs with barbecue sauce.
Oh god,
gag.
Oh dude, Italian chicken too. The same. Like I can't do it. Just the thought of the
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's just so
No
I'll never
hate.
be able to
No
enjoy it.
hate against our mom. Like, she did what she did to feed us. Like, she did what she could to feed us.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that we grew up eating, and those
cornbread. I can't. In addition, so it's first of all, it's got an awful texture.
Yeah.
You're eating a sponge.
I love it.
Ew.
Love it.
We ate so much cornbread, and then Mexican cornbread was introduced, or whatever it's called, with like the vegetables and meat in it.
Corn. No. I can't do that.
Dude, we ate so much of that.
I cannot do that. If you have any food trauma that you're willing to share, I'm interested in knowing what other.
I just spelled die wrong.
Before I get on that, I'm interested in knowing if there's any other food trauma that y'all have that is different than ours.
What are some dishes that you just cannot eat because you were raised on them, and like as an adult you just can't eat them now?
Did anybody ever eat kush or whatever it's called, cornbread and milk? That stuff, I remember eating that a lot because whenever
we would have extra cornbread,
they would make beans. I hate beans. I will gag at the sight of beans. The smell of beans.
Soup beans. That's what it was. Soup beans. So it's like beans with the sausage and stuff in it.
No.
Now, Brina is not a bean eater. She
Nope.
won't eat a single type of bean unless it's a green bean. And even
Yeah.
then,
It's in very small amounts.
very small amounts, and it has to be perfectly cooked
Yeah.
a special way, and only I can do it.
Yeah. It's very true. Like, the only other time that I eat green beans is when I make them, and I make sure to cook them down and make sure that they're right. But, I mean, beans? No, thank you. I would rather die.
D-I-E-D.
Yide.
Yeah. What are some other ones? Goodness, there's so many.
There is so many.
There's so many. Oh, like I don't like bologna, but I already like no, like you said, no sandwiches at all. Like
Yeah. Sandwiches are very hard for me to enjoy.
Chicken in general is hard for me to enjoy. Oh, pork chops. Pork chops. I can't eat a freaking pork chop.
For the longest time, I couldn't eat pork chops, but I made pork chops the other night for the first time in like maybe like 4 years, no joke. And I actually enjoyed it because I didn't make it the traditional way of or how they prepared pork chops for us.
Italian dressing. Anything with a bone in it. Anything with a bone in it. Boned chicken, boned pork chops, boned steak, like or beef or whatever it was.
I can't do it.
I can't do anything with a bone in it.
No.
Also, sweet pork roast. I can't do it. I can't do it. Make me a Mississippi pot roast.
Yeah.
And I love it because it's got the little pepperoncinis in it. So good.
Yeah, and you can make it like a little spicy.
You know what's funny? We're talking about food again.
And there's
I think we talk about
an episode where we don't talk about
We talk
food.
about it in this upcoming podcast. You'll have to watch it on Friday at 6 p.m.
Yep.
But we talk about food in that, and we kind of discuss some things. You'll see.
Definitely, that's an episode that you don't want to miss because we call each other out on that one.
Did we?
What's an episode that we don't?
Right.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so let us know in the comments down below if y'all have any food trauma that y'all are willing to share. We're very interested in seeing what other dishes are out there that maybe we can relate to.
Speaking of food trauma, I think it's time to transition into the It's Not That Deep section.
Oh my
and talk
gosh.
about how that one time you went viral on TikTok and had like, I don't know, like 5 million views or something like that.
I'm gonna pop up the screenshots on the video so y'all can see.
She's deleted them. So after it happened, she deleted them. So we don't have like all the screenshots where like it shows all the views, but she had millions of views on this.
Don't have like the original, like the biggest amount of views that I got on the cake. It was a cake. It was a 15 cake. And for those who don't know, it was a 15th birthday party. Hispanic birthday party.
Yeah, so there was 2 parts.
Yeah, and the first part I posted was me building the cake, which that went viral first.
And so people, it was like, how much would you pay for this cake?
Yeah.
And people absolutely wrecked her into the ground.
Yeah.
They were like, I would cry. This is a nightmare. I would myself. Like, you'll have to beep that out. But, like, just awful things. They were like $0.
I would only pay $1.
This thing was like what, 5 tiers?
It was 5 tiers. It was a purple cake. I'll pop it up on the screen for you so you can see. I thought it was a gorgeous cake. It was the first time that I ever made a tiered cake that was that big.
Yeah, 5 tiers is wild.
And it was fruit filling in each tier. So it was definitely like a challenge, but I thought that I like mastered like how to put together that big of a cake.
Well, and one of the tiers was like even glitter, like
it
was a
full
glitter tier. And people are just so mean. So that first clip went viral, and people just absolutely dogged her. So then the second clip goes viral of the cake at the event.
I thought it was funny. First of all, there's a few rules when you get a cake. We live in Southeast Texas. It is hot as hell.
It was like the middle of the summer.
They booked a venue with no AC. With a fruit-filled cake, you can only guess
and
what
buttercream.
happened. And buttercream.
Yeah.
You can only guess what happened. So
And they had it delivered super early.
They had it delivered super early. I was a guest there. They invited me to the party because I know the family very well. Everything was going great. I knew something bad was going to happen. Well, I happened to take a video of the cake falling, just melting.
The cake just starts crumbling
Sideways, just started melting. Melting.
The filling starts expanding because it warmed up.
Yep.
Because they didn't keep it temperature regulated. So the filling starts expanding and the cake just begins to crack and it falls.
Yeah.
So she's got this on video and it goes viral again.
And that one had almost double or triple the amount of views.
I want to say it was ended up at 5 million views.
Yeah, and double or triple the amount of views that the building cake got. And I was texting Brooklyn back and forth dude, look at how many views.
Yeah.
Look at this, look at this, look at this. And then all of a sudden, this one girl starts popping up on all of the videos, commenting
on all of your videos.
You suck, you're a worthless piece of trash.
Yeah.
The cake was trash. It tasted like shit.
The birthday girl didn't even like it.
She was so upset. She cried to me. She called me bawling her eyes out because you made the cake so fucking ugly. All of this shit, going bad. So hard. You should yourself.
Yeah, really awful things on all of her videos. She had uploaded a bunch of videos of all the cakes that she had done. And the crazy thing is during the actual event, the family is looking at her fix the cake,
save the cake, and
save
I'm
the cake.
So what I did?
It's your event.
Yeah,
I'm here as a guest.
Yeah, and so I went ahead and I helped them take the cake apart into tiers. And that means just different levels.
Yeah, removing the layers,
removing the different levels, and so they could serve it before it just completely. And everybody, they were all cool about it too. They were like, we understand, it's totally not your fault, we just don't know how to handle a cake this big. And I'm like, oh neither. But we managed. And
yeah, the family was super nice about it.
The cake was so fucking good, dude. So one of the best cakes.
Going back to the little girl, okay, so I do some digging. And if my boss watches this, Stacy, she's gonna be like, dude, that girl loves to dig. If anybody needs to, I'm like an FBI agent. I am a Chinese spy. But so I do some digging and I find out this girl is actually related somehow to the family. So I actually reach out to the mother of the child, the birthday girl, and I'm like, hey, just gonna settle this right now. So I need to know who this little girl is and how she's connected to your family. And she's like, oh, this is my niece who lives in Mexico. And I was like, okay, so here are all the screenshots of her and being awful.
And this is the crazy thing. She didn't just go after me on the Quince post. She went after me on all of my other videos as well on TikTok. She wasn't stopping.
Yeah, she had to shut down her TikTok. She removed every single video.
I had to remove every single video because every other one, she was like, you need to just yourself. And I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, and we didn't, at that point, we didn't know who she was. Yeah. We just assumed that it was just some troll on the internet, which she was.
Yeah.
I don't care if she's a 15-year-old or not. You're not gonna bully my little sister.
Yeah, but we kind of figured out that she was connected to the family
because she kept saying,
she kept bringing up, oh well, the Quince girl is my cousin and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't fucking care. Come at me, bro. I'll fucking travel, bitch. I'll travel. I ain't scared.
Yeah, so I ended up I'm such a Karen in some ways. So I Karen'd her ass, and I went straight to the source, and I was just handle it or I will. And she was like, I'm so sorry. She must be so jealous.
She didn't get to have a Quince.
She didn't get to have a Quince, and just sorry, she's just jealous. She didn't mean any of it. And I'm like, no, she definitely
totally
meant it.
did.
She definitely meant it. Just take care of it, or I'll handle it.
Yeah. That was crazy. That was the crazy part. I thought going viral on TikTok would have been so fun. Who knew how much hate I who I would have received. I cannot believe how hateful people are in this fucking world.
I know. It's like you just put your art out there and people were like, that's shit.
Yeah. You do it.
Yeah, exactly.
You
like
do it.
You do it. How much would
it.
you charge? Like not even they were like $10, $0. And like that's probably $50 worth of ingredients. Not even like just in cake.
Yeah.
Not including the butter for the freaking buttercream for 5
Not
tiers.
including the edible freaking glitter that took up a whole tier.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was a gorgeous cake. I mean, I still love it to this day. It still brings me happiness that I got to make that cake. But
and it
what
matched
an experience!
Her dress. Like it wasn't like an ugly cake. Now when we all have like things we learn, especially when doing your very first 5-tier cake, like
yeah,
there's always going to be something you can improve on.
Yeah,
always in every cake, but. Gosh, just to have the entire internet just crap on you.
Yeah. That was crazy.
That humbled her fast. But
it was like never gonna happen again.
Yeah, so she actually just never posted on TikTok again. But so that's our segment for it's not that deep. It was definitely deep. She was in like a solid depression for a little while.
I was, because oh man, I was so proud, and then all of that happened and I was
crushed.
Like Maybe I should.
Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't bake anymore.
Yeah, I took it up to that far because people are mean. People are so mean.
You should
also,
tell people about our cups. Look at
we have the weekly dose cups. These are not for sale yet,
unless you want them to be.
But
we have to know.
But I'll put a close-up video. That way y'all could actually see the cup. It is so cute.
So we put the pill. And it's like a metallic pink and a metallic white with the weekly dose on it. And then little skeleton hands and little lightning bolts.
So cute.
I love it. And you can pick if you want. If we get enough orders.
Astrid, I'm looking at you.
We don't have a price on these yet because it would just depends on if anybody's interested, but you can pick the colors you want except for the pill because the pill has to stay the same for branding.
Yeah, we have to get more cups and stuff, so
if we can place a good order, I wouldn't mind making some more.
Yeah, this was fun.
I made these.
Yeah, it was
she
fun.
napped.
I took a nap.
She goes, let's do something creative. I'm really feeling creative. And I was like, okay, let's bullet journal. And she goes, no. And I was like, oh, okay. So then we're sitting there, and then I go, let's make cups. Like we've got our cups for the pod.
I got so excited that I wanted to make cups. I was like
she
jumping
was
off
excited.
of the couch.
Yeah,
so excited about making cups. She
literally like got up and she was just like, oh yeah, I'm so excited. She started moving stuff around, then walks over to my Chase and goes, can you get me a blanket? I'm real cold. And I was like, like maybe she's just cold. She's gonna still help me. And at that point, we had already kind of picked out, we had kind of come up with the design for the cups. And so I look up because I just hear like, and it's her snoring.
Fucking passed out. Just passed out.
Oh my God, just asleep. So then, so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to let her sleep. Like maybe she hadn't slept real good. I'm going to let her sleep because I'm a good sis. And I'm sitting on the floor, like literally right next to her. She's like, and I look up and she's got like her arm like this. And she's just like straight asleep. And she's just like, and I ended up throwing trash at her, and I was like, dude, your arm's up like that. And she goes, and she just went right back to sleep.
I was tired. I don't know what came over me. Like,
all the creative juices.
I was so excited, and then boom, it just hits me that I was dead tired, and I just couldn't keep my eyes open. I couldn't
She
function.
napped for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
It took me like 3 hours to do the cups.
Yeah.
And that was just like putting the design together and everything. So it won't take me that long to like make other ones because we've already got the design made.
Yeah.
But my goodness, it was just so funny. But I think that kind of gives us a transition into feeling unmotivated about our bullet journaling.
Oh man, if you don't know what bullet journaling is, I'll pop up some
bullet/junk.
Yeah, I'll pop up some images on the video. That way y'all can kind of get the hint
of ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all can kind of get the gist of what we're talking about.
It's got like monthly and yearly trackers, so like Shark Week and your mood for each day of the year, the weather, like whatever you want it to be, and then you just like junk it with like stickers and themed paper and just super freaking cute. But we're just feeling super unmotivated.
Yeah, it turned into being a hassle trying to get it done before the new year, and then when the new year got here, we got so busy with life, and then life kind of hit us in the face, and then we were like, ugh.
Yeah, and so we're gonna skip January. We're just gonna put oops, and then start in February.
Hopefully, I hope so.
We have a week.
We done some pretty cool layouts before,
dude. Yeah, we started last year's. We did the layouts and everything, and it was also like a really big motivator. We were like, yeah, like these are super cool. We love this. We started doing it. We get to like February. We like through February, start March, and I think I made it through March to April. She quit. She just stopped doing it, and then
I did.
April got really busy for me because I like started going back to work at that time, and so I just was like, oh, I can't keep up with it.
Yeah, but this year it's different. Like something is so different about doing it. Like
I still want to buy all the supplies for
it. Yeah, like I want to be creative, but I'm not in the mood to be creative. But I want to be creative.
I think we just need to like intentionally set time aside and just be like, I know that I'm not feeling super creative, but just do a little bit of it. Maybe. I don't know.
Do a page or just something. I don't know. I don't know. She bought me these really cool sticker books that are amazing.
They're the coolest. We'll drop a link.
Yeah, because they are, I feel like anybody who junk journals or journals
or just loves stickers.
Yeah, who loves stickers. Oh my God, these stickers are gorgeous.
Yeah, they're really cool. And they're cool for kids too. Like Jaretzi loves them.
Yeah.
Like she's like, oh, I want a sticker.
I want all the stickers.
I want all the stickers. So she's
like all the stickers. She puts them on everybody's face.
Yeah.
I found like a sticker on she's 8.
8, yeah.
I found a sticker on my floor the other day, and she hadn't been to my house in a couple of weeks. Where did it come from? I knew it was hers because it came off of her bracelet.
I got her these really cool sticker books, and they're so freaking cool. They're like, we'll drop some links to them, but like, they're such unique stickers, and the art style is so cool, but they really add like this element of like just creative.
Yeah.
You can they make me want to be creative.
Yeah, you could put them on anything. Calendars, junk journals, your just regular journal, literally anything, because they're just so unique. They're such a unique little trio of books that I feel like everybody who loves stickers and loves stickering things should get these books, because they're such a good addition to just any collection.
They're such a even a book collection. I think they're really fun to look at.
Yeah.
Even
like
if you don't,
I plan on keeping the books even after all of the stickers are used, just because they're so beautiful. Speaking of stickers, I want to talk about a little bit about us sticking around for each other and us.
That's what you were going with. I love it. I love it. That's such a good transition.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It didn't take that long.
Sound warning.
Yeah. I'll lower it.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I kind of want to go first because I know a little bit about what you're going to say, and I feel like if anybody has seen our past video, I had thought that she was faking her love for me, and so in return I was doing it.
Number 2.
And ever since then, and ever since we had our conversation, our relationship has gotten so deep and so
we tight.
so awesome. And I've been hanging out with her a lot more, and it reminds me of in the past. This was years ago. Whenever I was going through like my deep dark times of self-harming and stuff like that, she was there for me. She was there for me through a lot of it. Whether I wanted her to be or not, she always made sure to text me and tell me, "Hey, I love you so much. I need you here on this earth so I can be here. I want to be here with you," and all this other stuff. And it just means so much to me now that I'm older. I've been through my trauma. Well, I'm going through my trauma.
You're
and
working through it.
yeah. And I'm learning how to communicate to you on a real level versus me just saying, okay, love you too. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
And, just
Out of
fuck your
habit.
feelings.
Yeah.
Like, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Because that's what I used to do was I would just, to anybody, I would just say, forget your feelings. I don't really care. Like, if you died today, I wouldn't care. And I told my therapist this is something that I haven't discussed with anybody else ever, was if my mom or my sister died today, I wouldn't care. And that was just a few weeks ago. And something about that just sucks so much. I explained to her, I was like, it sucks to say, but I feel like I don't feel loved by them because I thought it was fake. And I'm still working on my relationship with my mother, and that's something that's going to take time. Oh, gosh.
Same.
But
Same.
for my sister, I feel like it's progressing so much faster and so much stronger. And this is the relationship that I've always wanted. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being there for me whenever I was hard-headed and a kid and wanting to just off myself, and
You were definitely stubborn.
so stubborn.
You definitely still are.
Yes.
In a different way.
Yes. But I just want to say thank you on the record
Yeah.
for everything.
I'm gonna cry.
Don't cry.
I'm not allowed to. I know. My psychiatrist today said, it's okay to cry, right?
Yeah, it's okay to cry.
It's like
Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry.
That really means a lot to me. I remember growing up and like going through bouts of or periods of like being so close to suicide, slew or slide, and like being on the verge of committing and just like holding on to the hope that, or holding on to the idea that I couldn't leave you in this world because it was so awful and you would just be alone. And I just always like held on to that. Like at every time, every point, the lowest that I would get, like I would be in the act of going to commit slew or slide and being like, I can't follow through with this because my sister needs me. Because it's always been, and we've always said this, it's always been us against the world.
Yeah.
And it still is.
Yeah.
Very much so. I think your life is straightening out, and I love that for you. And it makes me it makes you it me it makes me so happy for you because like things are working out for you, and I can't wait for that to happen for me. And
Yeah.
I can't wait. I want to just cheer you on.
It
and
happening for you though.
eventually, but like I'm just so excited that it's finally happening for you, and like maybe the days of trauma are gone. Like I know that you still have some things that like are obviously going to affect you, like your fertility and stuff like that. Like, but I just hope that the days of trauma are done.
Hopefully it doesn't traumatize me anymore.
Oh, I really hope so.
Like, I feel like when I went through my recent down spots, like, I always thought when I was sitting in my apartment, oh God, don't cry. How I know we were distant from each other, and how hard it was to just live, even
To just live.
yeah,
Period.
just to live. It was hard to do that away from you and be away from you, and that was one of the main things that I always remembered. Like, you would always still text me and remind me that it's us against the world.
Yeah.
It's us against this fucking awful world.
Yeah.
And look at us. We made it this far.
We made it.
We made it.
We're making it.
We're making it. We're making it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm so proud of you.
No, you've come so far in your life. You've come so fucking far in this fucking awful life.
You can stop there because I will cry.
I
What's wrong with crying?
Nothing.
I had a psychiatry appointment this morning, and she said, so I had to do this thing, like, whenever I'm uncomfortable or talking about trauma, I laugh. And she says, well, why do you laugh whenever I bring up a serious question or ask you a serious question? And she's like a no-play psychiatrist. And I said, well, because if I don't laugh, I'll cry, obviously. And she said, well, what's wrong with crying? She immediately was like, well, what's wrong with crying? And I was just like,
so aggressive.
Oh my gosh. Well, I grew up in a household where emotion was not allowed.
Yeah.
First of all. Then she goes, okay, well, what? So she said something like, so you just weren't allowed to cry. And I was like, no, I wasn't allowed to feel any emotion.
Yeah. If you feel
No
any
happiness,
yeah.
no sad, no.
If you were happy, you best believe you're going to be miserable in the next 5 seconds.
Oh my God. You're so right.
If you're miserable, you're about to be even miserable.
Yeah. Like, there was no, if you were joyful or something good was happening or whatever, not that there was anything good happening.
This pisses me the fuck off.
Tell me about it.
It fucking angers me to the
Tell me,
fucking,
sister.
to the core. Because who lets their children feel this way? Who? I busted my ass. She busted her ass to make it this far in our fucking life.
Yeah.
And we're finally at a peace. We're making headway to peace and happiness.
Yeah.
And now we have to deal with the fucking trauma that our goddamn parents gave us.
Yeah. Parents, grandparents,
Lord.
great-grandparents, like, Lord. She came over to my house last night, and like, we sat on the couch and just kind of like just trauma dumped.
Yeah.
And just like talked about the different traumas. And I think that was the first time we've actually like called it what it is.
Yeah.
Like, out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because normally we just tiptoe around it because we don't want to trigger each other. We're super respectful about it. Like, if she knows something's a trigger for me, she just doesn't talk about it. And if I know something's a trigger for her, I don't talk about it. But that was the first conversation we've actually had where we just put all triggers aside and had a conversation about what our trauma was. And
it felt like a therapist appointment.
Bro, it definitely was.
Like, it got stuff off of my chest.
Yeah.
And it helped me realize
I slept so good.
Yeah, it helped me realize how different our trauma is, but on the same path, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we walked through this life together.
Mm-hmm.
We did almost everything together.
Mm-hmm.
But our traumas are so fucking different because of how things turned out.
Yeah.
I want to square up with some motherfuckers right now.
I would like to also.
I need to breathe. Oh, gosh.
Girl, I know. I feel it.
We did not mean for that to get that deep.
Yeah.
But it got deep. But,
you know,
hey, we're here for anybody who's going through this because we know how hard it is to live through the trauma and then to live having to relive that trauma.
Yeah. And
because that's what we're doing right now.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That's the biggest part of trauma that nobody talks about is in order to break that trauma or break the bond that trauma has over you, you have to relive it. And it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Like, just needing to talk about awful humans who should rot in the pits of hell. I hope that turns out good.
Yeah. Those spikes are looking pretty good on the computer.
I know. But just like needing
It's so
like
true.
to have to talk about those people again, like they didn't ruin your fucking life, sucks. And to like just need to relive those moments. And but you know, like maybe we're better for it, I don't know, like it doesn't allow them to hold power over us anymore.
Yeah.
By saying that, it's just like, you know, like in Harry Potter, everybody was like, don't say Voldemort's name, he who must not be named.
Yeah.
Like just think of that as your trauma. Like don't talk about your trauma and it can't hurt you. No,
That's a fucking lie. It hurts you more.
it hurts you more. So Harry would specifically say, Voldemort, call it what it is.
Yeah.
And he never allowed Voldemort to hold power over him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a very real life situation if you compare it to trauma. If you call out trauma for what it is, it can't hold power over you.
Yeah.
And I think that's so important for you to face that trauma, even if you don't want to. It sucks. Big old booty cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
The worst booty, the stinkiest booty cheeks.
Yeah.
And
I will say, like, to go along with those things, a couple of weeks ago I had to do a homework assignment through my therapist about writing a list of things that's I'm gonna fucking do it. Steven that in my life. And he is sitting out in this fucking world living life.
Mm-hmm.
I had to do an assignment of writing every single thing that he did bad on me and then burn the shit. But still, it fucking fires me to my core.
Hold on, I want to throw up. Just keep going. I'm gonna breathe a little bit. And I'm back. I'm here for it.
Yeah, that motherfucker has ruined my fucking life. I mean, I'm making it better now.
That son of a bitch. Yeah, no, he didn't just ruin your life. He ruined mine and so many others. And
Yeah.
the fact that Chambers County let us down, like,
Yeah.
way to let him walk free. Dude, what? And now he's walking around with children just dripping out of his pockets.
Yeah.
And sick mother. I just know all the girls that he's done awful things to.
Yeah.
And no repercussions.
Yeah.
He did wear a fucking ankle monitor.
Ooh, an ankle monitor.
Yeah.
That's not
Thank
gonna
you,
stop
Chambers.
him.
Thank you, Chambers County. Thank you, Sheriff Arredondo, for telling me that he doesn't take this stuff lightly, and that
And then turns around, gets paid off by his fucking parents, and gets away with the shit.
I don't know the guy, and so I'm gonna take this. And he's got multiple counts of child sexual harassment on him, not including our cases. Not including our cases.
Yeah.
What, there were like 8 or something like that. Don't quote me on that. But there was multiple counts of child sexual harassment on this man, and Chambers County let him walk out of the state with an ankle monitor.
Yep.
What the way to like tell the victims they mean nothing.
Yeah.
I like the fact that I had to sit there and testify and account all of my fucking experiences with this motherfucker, and
All for him to just walk.
Yeah, all for Chambers County to just sweep it underneath the rug.
Spend one night in jail.
But then you have people like I don't want to say their name because I don't know that I have permission to talk about their story, but people who had consensual sex with a 16-year-old who ended up in prison.
Yeah.
Like, because her parents freaked out. What about the kids?
It's a pick and choose shit.
It's a pick and choose, and it's all who has money to pay off the officers here.
Yep.
Ooh. We're trying to call trauma what it is. He has no power over us, and
That's one name.
That's a name.
That's a name that
That's a name that pulls your fucking soul out
is
of your
equivalent
body.
to fucking Voldemort, man.
Very much so. Dude, it's worse than Voldemort. Voldemort ain't got nothing on him.
No.
Ain't got nothing.
I
on
would have
him.
much rather Voldemort be my daddy.
Me too.
Vol daddy.
Vol daddy. But no, yeah, like, golly,
Bro.
it's crazy. Like, the shit that we've actually been through is crazy. I have a box of tea over there on the table, but if I could crack it open, that's what would happen. That's where we're at as far as our trauma depth.
And we said a lot.
And we've said a lot.
We've said a lot. I'm so sorry to everybody who thought
I know.
that this was going to be such a light episode.
I thought this was going to be a light episode.
I didn't realize that how far into it, once we get talking, we start
Yeah.
talking, and
Yeah.
then we can't stop talking.
We're trying to be authentic. And
yeah, this is real life shit.
yeah, this is the stuff we're dealing with on a daily basis.
Yeah.
This is things that we have to talk about our psychiatrist, our therapist with, and like just accounting for like what we've been through and just trying to push past the power and just not letting it hold anything over us.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you for being ballsy enough to throw that out there.
Fuck him.
Yeah,
The world should know.
the world should fucking know that he's a child predator
Yeah.
and he should be locked the fuck up.
But thank
He
you.
is a child predator. And we could scream it from the mountaintops and Chambers County wouldn't care.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think if anybody listens, if anybody watches this and listens, just keep your kids away from him.
Yeah.
And
Please.
if you intentionally are like, oh man, he's such a good guy. No, the fuck he isn't.
And if you're friends with him and you want to show him this shit, because fuck it, what is he gonna do to me now?
Exactly.
What is he gonna fucking do?
Exactly. That's called reclaiming your power.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh my gosh. On that note, I think we should call it.
Yeah. Let's title this episode Reclaiming Your Power.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Fuck you. Alrighty, guys. You can catch us this Friday at 6 p.m. Central Time. And you can like, comment, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Subscribe to my channel.
Subscribe to our channel.
Hit the bell notification icon so you can get notified every time we upload a new video. And with that, we'll see you next Friday. Bye.
Bye.